I said hello. I was very friendly, and the guy just stared at me. He wouldn't say anything. It was really weird and uncomfortable. For the longest time, kind of an angry look at me. All right, this weirds me out. For real. I rarely get questioned by authorities. If you're doing what I do, or you live in a car, live in an RV, you travel, you don't have a home, I know you've run into this, or if you're getting ready to do it, you're going to experience this. Where I was camping, I was actually invited in to have some tacos with this family and some other people, and one of the guys that was there was a off-duty police officer, and nice guy, and then he had his partner, I believe it was his partner on the force with him, also a nice guy. But what I experienced there, man, I can't tell you how intense and how divided it feels in my country now. And I think it feels this way all over the world to a lot of people. But the feel that I got there from these guys, now I was camping outside. I was invited to camp in the house. These are friends of friends. I'm traveling. And they said, oh, you can stay in the house, you know. And I'm like, I never do that. I camp outside. If I'm going to stay anywhere, which I try to avoid staying with people. So I'm camping out there, and people are coming over. Now, there's people coming over that didn't know they had somebody camping in their yard, right? So it's like people are walking by. I'm in the front. There was nowhere else to be. And people are kind of walking into the house like, what's going on here, you know? And looking at me while I'm over there like folding my stuff and repacking. And it was a little uncomfortable. But then I go in to join them for some tacos. And I start having conversation with the off-duty police officer, a really nice guy, and then his friend. And one of the guys, the guy that was just not talking very much, he sort of had a perplexed look at me, sort of an energy that was kind of off. The other guy was like, man, that's really cool what you're doing, and you're carrying everything. I thought about doing that once. I really wanted to do it a long time ago, but right now I got kids and a family. Can't do it. And the other guy is not even smiling. He's just looking at me, kind of like, you know. And then he looks at me, and the nice guy takes off for a second, and the guy's looking at me, he goes, so how do you do that? I mean, don't you have to have somewhere to live, you know? And I go, no, I don't have anywhere to live right now. I have a P.O. box, and I have places I can stay. I said I lived in Alaska for years, retired out of Alaska, and now I'm traveling, and I live on a bike. Yeah. And he's like, so you live on your bike? I mean, how do you actually live on your bike? And how do you afford that? You know? And I go, well, I afford it. It's really cheap. I don't have a car. I don't have registration, all that kind of stuff. So the guy just was really put off. Not everybody's going to understand it. I realize that. And the whole time that I was there, he never talked to me again. But it seemed like there was almost an anger. And I was like, how could a guy be mad at something? I can understand not getting it. I can understand not understanding it, right? I mean, I don't understand why people live certain ways. But this guy just seemed a little bit angry. And so I get that. Every so often I will experience that. So I want to talk about this because I've got a ton of people on here getting ready to travel, and a few of you say you're going to go live on your bike now. It's just natural. People don't get it. Don't understand. It doesn't make sense. It's non-traditional. But the funniest part of this story and the coolest part is the next morning, and I was hanging out having breakfast with the family, and here comes those two guys. They were off work on their electric bikes, and they were popping in to have coffee and talk to me. And the other guy was a little more friendly. So interesting. I think I inspired them. You may enjoy this so much you want to keep doing it. You know, people are just trying to survive and live and be happy, and that's what I'm doing right now. So feels a little odd sometimes, but I keep doing it because it feels right to me. Anyway, please like and subscribe. Thought I'd share this little journey with you and how I'm feeling. Not every day is like that. I get a lot of support, and a lot of people like it. A lot of people just don't understand.